Hello everybody, are you ready to rap? Today I'm going to take you all over the map in Thailand, the Philippines, and China too. Everybody's rapping out a gift for you. Not bad, not bad. Okay, I admit it. Yan can cook better than Yan can rap. But I couldn't resist. After all, today's show is all about food cooked in a wrapper. If you ever order your famous and the most popular Moo Shu pork in your favorite local Chinese restaurant, you probably know it comes with a beautiful, delicate, paper-thin Mandarin pancake. You have heard of making a silk purse out of a sow's ear. I'm going to show you how to use Moo Shu pork wrapper to make delicious chicken and mushroom purses. Look at these. I have all kinds of wrappers here. This particular dish, you can use any of these wrap and put it in. First, for instance, this is pocket bread, and this is the French crepe, and this is the Chinese spring roll wrappers, and also called lumpia wrappers in the Filipino cuisine. So we're going to set this aside and put it on the side because you should always cover this up. If you let it dry up, they would be like this. Look at that. I have these on top of the cutting board for 4 months. The damn thing is just... This is the same one that I use for years. Now, kidding aside, you should always remove the package or the towel right before you serve so they won't dry it up. It's very easy to dry it up. This is the regular spring roll wrappers or the lumpia wrappers. We'll steam it and heat it up. Of course, you can always use your microwave. Just cover it with a tiny bit of saran wrap, allow a tiny bit of steam come out, then you do it in the microwave. While I'm steaming this, I'm going to get ready to do my filling for the purse, for the chicken and the mushroom. Here, I use a tiny bit. This is ground chicken. I cut it up into pieces with my knife, and I chop it up. And then I'm going to marinate it with about 1 to 2 teaspoons of soy sauce, a tiny bit of white wine or dry sherry. And of course, to seal in the juice, to give that nice texture, I always use cornstarch. Cornstarch not only seal in the juice, it also gives that nice shiny glaze. And also, cornstarch helps to make the dish nice and velvety because it turns into a nice gelatin when it's cooked. It gelatinizes. When this is nice, and set it aside. And then we're going to cook in this little baby wok. Okay? You can cook in a big wok, medium wok, or baby wok. And I'm going to show you, we're going to use this chopstick to stir this. Because, as I said, first, the wok has to be hot. Nowadays, everywhere you go around the world, people only have 3 ways to pick up their food. Of course, they use chopstick, they use their hands, or they use the knife, fork, or spoon. And of course, people use chopstick occasionally, also use the spoon and the chopstick together. But anywhere you go around, they always, let's cook the chicken first. Oh, look at that. Stir, stir, stir. Small wok, baby wok. When the wok is small, you don't need a spatula. A chopstick is a very, very functional cooking utensil. As I said, even in China, they use chopstick to cook and to eat, but they still use their knife to prepare the food. Stir, stir. When the chicken is almost ready, you put carrot, 1/4 cup of chopped carrot, a tiny bit of water chestnut, a tiny bit of mushroom, black mushroom, about 4 or 5 of them, cut it up. Put it in, and also I have something very unique. I want to show you this. Look at this. This is something called the Chinese garlic chive. You chop this up into little pieces like this, and I'm going to put this in right together, like this here. And then I'm going to remove these. And then, instead of the traditional Moo Shu pork, you put the hoisin sauce right in your pancake. I am going to mix 1 portion of oyster sauce, 2 portions of hoisin sauce, and a tiny bit of moisture. Yeah, whether you can use moisture or you can use broth or water. So the whole thing is very delicious. Wow, 1, 2, 3. And just enough sauce, okay? Just enough sauce. Can you hear the sizzling sound? It's unbelievable. Toss, toss, toss. When it's done, we'll put this right over here. Move some more here. Oh, look at that. Sizzling sound. When it's done, I want to show you, okay, how do you make this little purse? Okay, very easy to make. Put this right over here. Put the filling right over here, which already is very well flavored and seasoned. Okay, and then you use some blanch, water blanch. I just steam it or just put it in water. This is the chai. And I tie this up, tie this up, tie this up, and close it like this. Okay, and then I tie this up like that. It's very easy to do, and everybody can do it at home, and it's no big deal, and everybody would find it very interesting. Do a little bow tie, so this way it looks very cute, and you put it right over here. Let me show you. This is the chicken and mushroom purse. Marvelous. Now, our next wrap dish is called Thai fish in a banana leaf. It is that simple. We're going to grill the fish inside a banana leaf in this oval fish grill like this, okay? Now, first I want to show you something interesting. Here, I have some banana leaf. Look at that. You can buy this banana leaf frozen in Asian stores. And you can, this is the same piece that I have since 1936. And it's still nice and green, and it's still usable. So, after that, I'm going to give it to all the people in the studio and still have enough to send it to you. See, I have put this aside, and I'm going to show you, okay? Very simple. In this particular dish, all you need is a couple pieces of fish. For one person, you have approximately 6 to 8 ounces. This is a firm white fish. If you like catfish, you could use catfish. Otherwise, use red snapper, or you can use rock cod, or use even catfish, okay? We're going to marinate the fish. First, we use some fish sauce. That's all you need, about a tablespoon or so, and a tiny, tiny bit of sesame seed oil, and of course, put a tiny bit of chopped cilantro. Oh, look at this. Chopped cilantro, shallot, minced shallot, tiny bit of white pepper, depends on how hot you like. A touch of salt, not much, because the fish sauce is actually quite salty. And then lots of ginger and garlic. This is all you need. Might as well. Garlic, this much, might as well. When it's done, let us remove these so everybody can see me very well. Now, when this is all nice and ready, you like fish sauce is made from fermented fish and add salt, just like soy sauce, but it's from fish instead of soybean. Put this in, okay? Let it soak for a couple hours. In real television time flies. Now it's already half an hour. By the time I turn it around, exactly 2 hours. When this is all nice and done, we set it aside. I want to show you how easy it is, okay? In the meantime, I heat up my fish grill, oval fish grill. And then I have these banana leaf right here. And I put 2 pieces of these, one here and one here. Okay? And I use a tiny bit more of this marinade to put this all over. This way, it gives moisture and flavor. Look at that, a lot of these. The more, the better, okay? Let's put this over here. And I wrap this up like that. 1, 2. Look at how I wrap this up, okay? I use a little skewer, bamboo skewer. And I go like that, and I close the whole thing, okay? and I use another bamboo skewer, and I close it like that. So the whole thing is like a package. If you want, you can even close it like that, okay? Look at that, isn't it cute? And then you will put a teeny tiny bit of oil right here. Look at that. Oh, that's fine. And put this and grill this. I get so excited, I jump. Look at this, huh? While you're doing this, you can actually turn this upside down, move them around. This particular grill is actually for grilling fish. Look at this. Huh. Wow, look at that. Can you see? Can you smell at home? Look at the color. It takes a few minutes to cook over medium-high heat to allow the flavor to permeate into the fish, and also the bamboo leaf also have a very delicate flavor to permeate into your fish. In the meantime, I want to show you that one we just have done. Look at this, okay? Open this we have done ahead of time. We open it up and serve it like this. And when you serve with a couple pieces of lime on each side. Lime on each side. And then you can also chop up a tiny bit of Thai basil. Look at that. Sprinkle it right on top. This way, it looks marvelous. And this is what you call the grilled Thai fish in banana leaf. In the West, people wrap gifts for holidays. In China, we wrap food for our stomach as well as for gift. These little bundles of goodies wrapped in bamboo leaves. This is what they call zhong. This glutinous rice with all the savory stuff, with pork, salted duck egg, and green mung beans, and all kind of goodies. Sometimes you can use chicken, you can make it sweet, or you can make it savory, depending on the region or the occasion. Because sometimes they use this basically to celebrate the Dragon Boat Festival. In Chinese, it's called zhong. Okay, we'll put the zhong over here. The next thing I want to show you is something exciting. I'm going to show you another dish which is very, very interesting that we only serve in very festive occasions. Chestnut and glutinous rice in lotus leaf. And I want to show you, first I want to show you quickly how a lotus leaf looks like. You got to soak this. This is very big. Look at that. You open it up. They come dry. You can buy this dry. It only costs about $1.50 to $2. A whole package. And one package will last you for 16 years. And this is the one that we bought in 1944. And I still have a lot of these left. It keeps indefinitely in cool, dry place. And you can even freeze them. Soak them in water overnight, or you can actually boil them for approximately 2 hours over low heat, okay? In the meantime, I want to show you, we've got to get all of these ready. I'm going to cut up the filling to go with the glutinous rices. Chinese barbecue pork. This is very unique. You can buy it in Chinese deli, or you can take the time, you can make it yourself. Barbecue pork, cut it up into thin slices, okay? Barbecue pork can be made ahead of time. You can freeze them, so whenever you use it. Put it back here. And I also have some Chinese sausage. This is a whole piece of Chinese sausage. They normally make with ground pork, a tiny bit of pork fat, and also in a sheep casing. Small sheep casing, and they marinate it with soy sauce, salt, sugar, and wine, and then they can be preserved for months, and you can also freeze them for hours, and you can also freeze them for at least 6 months up to a year. And this is, of course, shiitake, dry mushroom, also called black mushroom. Chinese called dong gu. Put it over here. Gu means mushroom. Dong means winter mushroom. Set aside. We also have some dry chestnut, okay? When you go all the way to New York in the winter, you see this roasted chestnut all over the street. as well as in many parts of Europe. So we have Thai water chestnut. This is not water chestnut, chestnut. And then this is Chinese sausage, barbecue pork, and then chicken. And of course, we have some green onion, ginger, and garlic. We're going to quickly saute it in this wok. First, we heat up this wonderful non-stick wok, and we put a tiny bit of oil. The great thing about this kind of wok is you do not have to worry about using a lot of oil. And then we put all the ingredients, ginger, garlic, green onion, and chicken. Stir, toss them around. The great thing about this is you toss. Toss, continue to toss, allow uniform cooking. And then when it's almost ready, and you put all this chestnut, everything right in here, okay? And then you flavor this a little bit with oyster flavor sauce, okay? A couple of tablespoons, a tiny bit of sesame seed oil, and a tiny bit of soy sauce. And that's all you need. This is enough to flavor your rice. When it's done, you just stop. And then you shut it off, and you're ready to do this, okay? I want to show you. Can you see that? This is still piping hot. Now, this is how you're going to do it. First, you get the lotus leaf ready. Put it on top of one of these bamboo steamer. If you want to make this very exotic, look at how big this is. Put it right here. Fold it in like that. Fold it in, fold it in, fold it in, fold it in into a little packet. This way, you can serve the whole dish right out of these whole steamer, okay? If you are worried about it might break, you use 2 of these. This way, it will never break, okay? This way, you can seal in the juice. And also, this lotus leaf, not only it acts as a package to control and close all of these, but what makes it good is it has a very delicate aroma and flavor. So you can, when you steam it, the flavor and aroma permeate into your rice. And this is the glutinous rice. I've been soaking it for a couple hours. You can soak it overnight. I put this right in here. Look at that. Glutinous rice, also called sweet rice. Okay, put it right here. Move them around. And then you put all of these goodies, put it right on top. Look at that. Put it right on top. And then you cover it and you steam it for approximately an hour or so over medium to medium-high heat. Look at that. You close the whole thing. You close the whole thing like that. You close it. You close it. You close it. And it's marvelous. It's wonderful. In order to make it easier to do, to cover, you use this little plate, the pie plate, cover this up, and you can steam them in the bamboo steamer. Now I want to show you something I have done a little bit earlier. Look at that. This is, and then you can transfer this whole thing over here. Look at how beautiful. Now I want to show you. This, open them all up, this, and this is a marvelous steamed chestnut glutinous rice in lotus leaf. What about dessert? Sweet things always come in small packages too. In the Philippines, the #1 wrapper is the lumpia. It is often filled with savory ingredients like vegetable and pork. But we are today do something different. We're going to fill it with banana and dry fruit. It's marvelous. It is delicious and also very healthy. Here I have a nice medium ripe banana. You can tell the little dots right here, a little sandy texture right here in the skin. And most Asians like the banana a little bit ripe, medium ripe. And then I cut this up, and then I would open this and cut the whole thing out like this. And then I cut it in 3, and I cut it in half, and I put it right over here first. Right over here. Cut it in half. There's a lot of ways you can cut in half. I just do this parallel cut. You can do up and down cut, side cut, round cut, deep cut, all kind of cuts. And then also, when this is all nice and ready, I'm going to mix this with a whole bunch of other things. Chopped walnut, and also this is something that I would use it to coat it. This is white, the regular sesame seed, white sesame seed. This is dark or black sesame seed. I'm going to mix these both together to give this nice black and white sesame seed, yin and yang sesame seed. We set it aside. Now, the next thing I want to show you is how we're going to fold it. We have a lot of dry fruit here, but the main dry fruit that I use is the pitted dry prune. Very good high fiber. Okay, we mix it up also with some nuts, walnut, a coconut, tiny bit of sugar. We put this together, mix it up, make it into, depends on how big you want it to make it. In the meantime, I heat up some oil. Now look at that. We put this up. Now you know that why I always tell people you should use and eat a lot of fruit, because this is what recommended. And some of the fruit is very good, a lot of nutrients. In this case, I use dry prune. It's delicious, versatile in cooking. You can use it in dessert, salad, and main dish. Very easy to fold this, okay? Look at that. I fold it just like spring roll. I fold it, and I fold it, and I fold it like that. And then I use a little mixture of flour and water and close it like that, okay? Look at this. I don't know how many of you know that dry prune is not only give to color, nutrition, and texture, but also, as I said, a lot of fiber. Fiber is good for you, so everybody always should have more fiber. Hold it, and then after that, now this is what makes it interesting. Look at this. This is regular without the banana, okay? I want to show you one with the banana, because that means you have a lot of choices. Here, I have the nuts, right in the nuts, and also the dry prune, and I have banana. Otherwise, you cannot call it a banana. Lumpia. Lumpia with no banana. And then make sure you do it, close it. The great thing about, I don't know how many of you know that prunes are also used in a lot of stews. And also, they only, for half a cup, they only have about 9 grams of fiber. Yet, it's very, very high. And also, it's the best source of dietary fiber, adds color and sweetness. And we'll close this, once again, close this, close these. And we are going to use egg wash, okay? And you know why I'm going to do it? Because I'm going to coat this. Look at that, this is how you do it. And then we're going to deep fry this right over here. Look at that, we're deep frying this, and you can do all kind of things. It doesn't take too long to deep fry, it only takes about a minute or so. Look at that. When it's done, you can actually coat it like this. Let me show you. It is very easy to do. I have some powdered sugar here. You can actually put a little piece of paper over here. You can dust this with a touch of powdered sugar. Look at that. Touch of powdered sugar. That means you have add extra sweetness to your dish. And this is what I call the banana lumpia, sweet banana lumpia. Now, serving food under wrap, it's just like giving your guests a little gift to open right in the table. I hope you'll give it a try. Well, today it is the end of the show, or we should say in show business, it is a wrap. So till next time, keep on wrapping. And remember, if Yan can cook, so can you. 再见.